This video is going to serve a dual purpose or really act as two roles. It's going to be a look at how to deal with cover zero. It's going to be an example from the Bills playoff game against the Chiefs. And simultaneous to that, it'll be a one-play look at some of the things that NFL teams do in terms of the passing game. What we're going to see first is the Bills are lined up in 11 personnel, and they've got trips set to the top side. Cole Beasley is going to come in motion from the top side, left to right for the offense. And they see that they've got a trailing DB with him. So even though all the pre-snap indicators already showed you that this was going to be man, they've just confirmed it completely. There's a bunch of things that I love about this play. First of all, Gabriel Davis had a hell of a game that in that playoff game. I think he had 3 or 4 touchdown catches, if I believe so. But one of the things they've done is they've really isolated this side of the field for Gabriel Davis pre-motion. Before the motion, they really isolated that side of the field. Let's pull it back so you can see. Like, there's a ton of space for him to operate. This is the wide side of the field, so let's call him the X receiver because he's down here by himself. They've really isolated this whole hash and even more, middle of the field if it ends up being cover zero, which I think is what Josh Allen knew it was going to be. But one of the things I love about this is the timing of this motion. This is exquisite. Coming in motion and then bringing this route back in here while Davis is releasing directly at this safety. Now, they end up getting, the 2 DBs for the Chiefs. And, the Chiefs' defense was comically bad last year across the board, especially for parts of the season, I should say. And they get them to run into each other, so this is an easy touchdown. Now, is it possible that under some other coverage that this safety is going to, drop back to middle of the field? Yeah, it's possible, but I think Josh Allen is checking that. I think he's looking at that. Now, so for Ravens fans who might be watching this and thinking about what the Dolphins did to the Ravens offense with blitz zero or cover zero, I call it sticks. Think about what those safeties were back there reading. There was like a corner, 2 safeties in a corner, and they were reading Lamar's helmet. So again, the key is here, he's looking off here. He's looking to the side. Because if you ran this route combination against the coverage that the Dolphins ran, okay, in that Thursday night game, and Lamar looked here immediately, what this safety to this side is going to do? He's gonna move this way, and so he would be available for this, middle of the field area to contest this ball. That's kind of a simplistic review of it, to be honest with you. But just looking at what Josh Allen does, I think he knows he's coming back here, and he's either coming back to Davis or and Beasley's open too. Beasley's open too. Just because of the design of the play, Davis and the corner that's guarding him are acting as a shield, basically, for Beasley's defender. So Beasley's going to be open as well underneath, whether that guy falls down or not. Josh Allen could throw the ball in here, and Beasley could run on top of that space that's been created. Cool design play. No, there was no choice, I don't think, to go to the backside, unless maybe this linebacker here, 54. If he had stayed with the tight end, then maybe Josh Allen could have gone up top there if he saw the safety rotating to center field. And you can see Josh Allen already immediately on the snap, he looks over there to that side. You can see his helmet looking to his left, our right, off screen. Here's the 7-man rush. Now, what the Bills did that was somewhat different than what we saw the Ravens do, even though it was a different defensive alignment, is this linebacker's coming from depth. He wasn't on the line. They block the edge guys. Well, they don't. The left tackle does a horrible job with Frank Clark, but they at least block the edge guys or attempt to. They also block this blitzing safety, nickel, the big guys. And the guy who they leave free is an interior rusher. Ravens did it the other way. We kept having an exterior rusher, an edge rusher, be the free hitter, the free guy, and Lamar just couldn't get anything accomplished. Let me know if you see what I see out of this play. I see really cool design on multiple levels. The 2 routes down here working together, and the timing of them, and I think this guy does a nice job. Then also Allen looking over here, and maybe he is looking, to possibly get the ball to Diggs, or maybe this tight end, if this linebacker right here had stayed with him, which would have basically been man free there, right? You'd be man. Let's say that linebacker covered 88, Knox man, and then maybe this free safety rolled to center field. Then I think it's definitely possible that he would have gone over here to Diggs, somewhere to that side. But Diggs doesn't even seem really interested in trying to get open on this play. Am I saying that, hey, this is all you got to do to beat cover zero? Well, no, but this is just one of the ways that you can expose it. Motion, it creates conflict for two defenders, number one. Number two, now he's not now, but looking away from, where you're intending to go with the football, either option one or Beasley option two. So some of the things that you can do to kind of make things easier on your players, as opposed to what the Ravens did against sticks or blitz zero, like Kurt Warner calls it, which is just line up, very little motion, and let's go ahead and run some let's run 6 or 8 or 10 short little screens to Marquise Brown and not really beat people downfield. I like attacking the coverage with the intention of exploiting it and getting a big play out of it. Not just trying to move the ball downfield when someone is playing. Well, this version of cover zero by the Chiefs is a legitimate version because DBs are actually looking at the guy they're guarding. What the Dolphins played was an illegitimate version and poor technique by the DBs, but that was by design. That was so that they could react to the first place Lamar looked because they knew they were going to get a free rusher and Lamar was not going to be able to go through any type of progressions. I like what the Bills did here. I think there's at least two cool design elements. The blocking scheme, allowing the interior linebacker to be the free rusher. Was that the design? I don't know. That's just how it worked out, possibly. And the Dolphins certainly did some different things with their interior rushers that I've chronicled multiple times on my channel to make things difficult on the O-line and specifically make things difficult on our coaches to try to figure out what was going on. Let me know what you think of this play. I'm going to continue to try to do these for multiple teams across the NFL. Look at one pass play and kind of break it down in depth. This one was very easy, obviously, because the coverage was quite obvious that it was cover zero. And when you have two defenders fall down, it makes it incredibly easy to score, especially when you're throwing to a big receiver like Gabriel Davis.